We're going to start creating our design with our wire. And we need to start with, if this is the top here, this is where the bail is. So you always need to consider the bail in a pendant design. The bail is the part of the pendant that allows it to hang from a chain. Okay, so to make the bail, we're going to make a little loop to start out. And we're going to use the round nose pliers to create our loop since we're doing a rounded shape. So depending on the size of the bail we want, or the loop that we want, we're going to go either at the top of the pliers or toward the bottom of the pliers. So down here where it's wider, this will create a larger loop. At the top where it's smaller, that'll create a smaller loop. So I want to go somewhere in the middle here. You guys can decide how large you want yours to be, but I would suggest maybe somewhere in the center. We're going to have that wire, just the very edge of the wire. See, I don't have any wire sticking out, just the very edge of the wire squeezed in between those pliers. Okay, and to wrap this around, I'm going to turn the pliers away from my thumb, and I'm going to be pushing my thumb up against the wire to make it nice and tight up against those pliers. So see how I'm turning those pliers and I'm using my thumb to push that wire. Okay, I'm going to move my pliers over because I've run out of space. So I'm going to keep turning that until the edge of my wire touches. See that, guys? Touches the end. So I've got a nice, perfectly round loop there. If you don't get it perfect on the first time, just cut it off, try it again. Okay, this is good practice for you guys. So now I'm going to check and see how this looks on my design. I'm going to turn this a little bit here so I can reach it. So we're going to see where we need to go next, okay? So I've got my bail. It's a good size. And I need to have my wire follow my line. So I'm going to start with that inner curve, and then I'm going to go with those smaller curves on the outside, okay? So I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to create the types of curves that I need. So to create a large curve like that, again, I'm going to be using the round nose pliers for this entire thing since the whole thing is curved. So I'm going to use the larger end of those round nose pliers, and I'm going to start putting a loop into this, okay? Put that back. So I'm going to take this, move that out of the way for a second. There we go. I'm going to take this, I'm going to start pushing that wire around the pliers just a little bit. Okay, we're just going for a small bit of a curve. I'm going to move the pliers down and curve it a little, push the pliers over, curve it a little. Okay, and we're going to keep going a little ways, and then we're going to check it, okay? So don't go too far without checking it because you might not have what you want. You'll have to backtrack it. So let's see how this looks so far. So far it's looking okay. We're getting a little bit off. We're starting to curve it in a little too far here, so I'm going to pull this out. And you're going to need to make adjustments here and there, and that's okay. That's why we check it. Okay, so now I want to continue this curve right along this section down here. Okay, so again, I'm going to use these round nose pliers, and I'm going to continue my curves. Move that out of the way. There we go. Now, something that can happen when you're doing this is you might get some little flat sections, like I have one right here, that you want more rounded. So we can fix that later, but I just want to get this at least close to how I want it. Let's get that in focus. Okay. Okay, and then we'll keep going around, and we're going to continue with this curve.